Member state of the Arab League. The politics of Tunisia takes place within the framework of a unitary semi-presidential representative democratic republic, with a president serving as head of state, prime minister as head of government, a unicameral legislature and a court system influenced by French civil law. Between 1956 and 2011, Tunisia operated as a de facto one-party state, with politics dominated by the secular Constitutional Democratic Rally under former presidents Habib Bourguiba and then Zine El Abidine Ben Ali. However, in 2011 a national uprising led to the ousting of the president and the dismantling of the RCD, paving the way for a multi-party democracy. October 2014 saw the first democratic parliamentary elections since the 2011 revolution, resulting in a win by the secularist Nidatan's party with 85 seats in the 217-member assembly. Tunisia is a member of the Arab League, the African Union and the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. It maintains close relations with the United States, France and the European Union, with which it entered an association agreement in 1995. Tunisia's favorable relations with the United States and the European Union were earned following years of successful economic cooperation in the private sector and infrastructure modernization. The Economist Intelligence Unit rated Tunisia a flawed democracy in 2020, putting it in the same category as the United States and France. Tunisia is considered the only democracy in the Arab world. Tunisia's first democratically elected president Beji Caid Essebsi died in July 2019. After him Kais Saied became Tunisia's president after a landslide victory in the 2019 Tunisian presidential elections in October 2019. He had reputation of not being corruptible. Tunisia is a representative democracy with an executive president, a legislature and judiciary. The military is neutral and does not play any role in national politics. In Tunisia, the president is directly elected for a 5-year term. The president nominates the candidate of the party that gained the most votes in legislative elections to form a government within a month. The nominee must submit his program to the Assembly of the Representatives of the People and get the trust of the majority of its members before being appointed prime minister. Regional governors and local administrators are appointed by the central government. Mayors and municipal councils are directly elected. Tunisia's legislative branch consists of the Assembly of the Representatives of the People, with 217 seats. The first elections for the Assembly of the Representative of the People occurred on the 26th of October 2014. Before the 2011 revolution, the parliament was bicameral. The lower house was the Chamber of Deputies of Tunisia, which had 214 seats. Members were elected by popular vote to serve 5-year terms. At least 25% of the seats in the House of Deputies were reserved for the opposition. More than 27% of the members of the Chamber of Deputies were women. The lower house played a growing role as an arena for debate on national policy, especially as it hosted representatives from 6 opposition parties. Opposition members often voted against bills or abstained. However, because the governing party enjoyed a comfortable majority, bills usually passed with only minor changes. The upper house was the Chamber of Advisors, which had 112 members, including representatives of governorates, professional organizations and national figures. Of these, 41 were appointed by the head of state while 71 were elected by their peers. About 15% of the members of the Chamber of Advisors were women. The Tunisian legal system is based on French civil law system. Some judicial review of legislative acts takes place in the Supreme Court in joint session. The judiciary is independent, although the Supreme Judicial Council is chaired by the President of the Republic. The Tunisian Order of Lawyers is a non-profit bar association. All Tunisian lawyers are members of the order, which does not have any political affiliations. The Constitution of 2014 provides for a newly constituted constitutional court. It consists of 12 members, each of whom must have 20 years experience in order to serve for a single term of 9 years. 2/3 are specialized in law. The President of the Republic, the President of the Assembly of the Representatives of the People and the Supreme Judicial Council. Each propose 4 candidates. The Assembly of the Representatives of the People approves nominations with a 3/5 majority. The Constitutional Court appoints its own president and vice president, both specialized in law. Since 1987, Tunisia has reformed its political system several times, abolishing life-term presidencies and opening up the parliament to opposition parties. The number of new political parties and associations has increased since the beginning of Ben Ali's presidency in 1987. Shortly before the revolution of 2011, there